It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Well, surprise, it is not Ethan or Sarah Foreheads. They are out, and yours truly, Diana Tyndall, is filling in with a new face you guys have maybe never seen before. We have Joy Blue Steele, who is the Associate Director of the Galois. You've heard Ethan and Sarah talking about the midweek matinees. Now we have the person that puts them on. So welcome, Joy.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
Woohoo! All right, let's get to some news. Happy Friday. Here we are. So our little corner of the Ozarks apparently is booming. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, our metropolitan area, including Nixa, Ozark, Republic, and Bolivar, Marshfield, and Willard, saw an increase of, get this, 15,000 residents between 2020 and 2023. I think COVID hit and everybody was like, I'm coming to the Ozarks. So it seems like we're not the only ones who love calling 417 land our home here. Isn't that cool, Joy?
Absolutely. I love that. I have definitely noticed more traffic on the roads.
Right. Absolutely. And heads up, speaking of traffic, heads up drivers, if you're planning on hitting the roads tomorrow, maybe you're going somewhere over the weekend, be prepared for some lane closures and potential delays on I-44 and Greene County Route B and Route MM. The ramps near Springfield and Republic looks like we're going to have to exercise just a little bit of extra patience. Pack your patience, as I like to tell our boys.
Traffic signal installation is phase one of the I-44 and Route B MM interchange improvements. Phase two, when funding becomes available, the plans to build a dog bone roundabout at I-44 and Route B MM.
Okay. I don't even know what a dog bone roundabout, but I mean, if people can't do the diverging diamond, maybe that is the same terminology as a dog bone route. I don't know. We need to ask somebody.
No, but I tried to picture it in my head and I don't know how that works. So
it to me sounds like people are going to be going the opposite way that they're supposed to be. Because has that ever happened to you on the diverging diamond?
You know, I took a little trip overseas and had to do all those little crazy roundabouts. So the ones here seem pretty easy.
Yeah. All right. Well, you may have noticed that left turn lanes on both north and southbound are closed at Campbell Avenue to US Route 60 in Springfield. They closed this past Tuesday. They'll be closed until Friday, June 21st. Campbell Avenue, of course, is going to remain 3 lanes wide in both directions. Southbound Campbell Avenue will be reduced to 10-foot lanes. So it's all part of this widening project that is in part with James River, the expressway. So thank goodness this podcast keeps us all entertained on our way to work, huh?
That's right. That is right. Tomorrow's a big day for Borrow My Angel's first annual wing walk at Jordan Valley Park. So dust off your angel wings and join in to support mental health awareness. There'll be angel costume contest, music foam party. What is that? That sounds great.
So fun.
Mental health tips. Also, Hold Fast Brewing will be hosting a pet and kid-friendly after party. Enjoy the yummy food from their food truck as well. Visit Borrow My Angel on Facebook for more info. I am already looking forward to that foam party.
Yeah. Between foam and music and dancing, count me in.
Yeah.
That sounds so fun.
Okay, speaking of food, attention foodies, there's a new spot in town, the Phoenix Diner, Bar, and Grill at the Old Missouri Mike's location on Chestnut. Same ownership, but a revamped higher-end menu. Their hours are 11 a.m. to 8, Monday through Saturday. Have you had a chance to check it out yet, Diana?
No, not at all. But it's
and people are loving it.
Yeah, I love food, like a lot. And I love trying new things. And it looks like it's got a lot of things to offer there on the menu. So that's exciting.
It does. Delicious.
Yeah. All right. Well, some big news for downtown residents and farmers market enthusiasts. Farmers Market of the Ozarks is partnering with the Downtown Springfield Association. According to a news release from the Springfield Business Journal, the market at Park Central Square is scheduled to start on June 15th and will be held Saturdays through the end of October. The market will include locally raised meat, dairy products, of course, produce that we all love at the farmers markets, handcrafted items, as well as live music. It is the farmers market. The downtown one is the third for the farmers market of the Ozarks, which started at Farmers Park in 2013 and expanded to the Branson Landing. Apparently, I didn't know this, in 2015. According to the release. So how exciting. You're downtown at the Galois.
I am downtown, and we are so excited about this because honestly, I had to get up early for this today, but early morning is not my thing. So this one's going to be in the afternoon, and I'm so excited. I can't even stand it. I'm like,
oh,
amazing. And we've already talked to them. They've reached out to us. They're going to be great neighbors. So we're all about supporting local farmers and artisans and enjoying the beautiful, amazing downtown space.
Awesome.
Tonight is the night for a one-of-a-kind concert experience at Hammons Field.
Woo!
St. Louis Cardinals legend Adam Wainwright, one of my all-time favorites, will be taking the stage for the first ever standalone concert at the stadium. Talk about a home run event.
I am so excited about this. When I heard about this concert, I'm like, I wonder if the rest of Springfield was wondering this. He sings? I mean, we all knew he played baseball, but wow, apparently he had his iconic career, obviously, on the mound last year. So he launched this new career as a country music artist, which included a recent appearance in the legendary Grand Ole Opry for his first full-length album titled Hey Y'all. This obviously he will perform on a stage set up near second base with on-field seating available, providing once-in-a-lifetime opportunities to experience Wainwright's performance up close. So gates open at 6:05 p.m. Show will start at 7:05. Grab your ticket, get ready for a really memorable night, and support the Cardinals. I mean, I think if this goes really well, we're going to see more live music, which I know is a passion that you guys have at the Galois. So
absolutely. We love great live music, especially down here.
Yes. Yeah.
Here's a good one for you. Calling all young anglers, all you young fisher folk. Tomorrow's the 43rd annual Kids Fishing Fun Day at Rutledge Wilson Farm Park. It's the perfect opportunity for kids to reel in some fun and make lasting memories. The event is for kids 3 to 15. Bring your own gear. You can rent from the gift shop. Rental's only $5.50. That's great. Catch and keep up to 3 fish and take photos at the First Catch booth. This event is free admission, but you do need to register. Go to parksboard.org/events to snap your spot up.
Yeah, I have taken our kids to this in the past. It is so fun. I don't know if you've ever been fishing with people and you catch nothing. It's such a discouragement. Well, the fish in this pond are stocked. I mean, it's a pretty small pond. So your chances of catching something, I mean, it's small enough yet big enough for a lot of people to get around, which I think is why they have people register for time slots, just so everybody is not, throwing their line into everybody else's new fisher folks. But no, that's awesome. It sounds like a really fun way to spend a Saturday.
Yes. And before we go, don't forget about all the other exciting events happening this weekend. The Battlefield Citywide Garage Sale is happening today and tomorrow. You can pick up a map at City Hall or just cruise around town looking for the signs.
That's awesome. And 417 Coffee and Cars is also happening. It's happening at Second Baptist Church tomorrow from 10 to 1. The primary entrance for the show will now be on the north side of Second Baptist Church to alleviate some congestion, because Battlefield's going to get crazy, I'm sure. Battlefield Road.
Weather permitting, movies in the park tomorrow night at Macaulay Park in Nixa, beginning at dusk, and it's free. Super Mario Brothers movie, it's PG. It'll be airing. Bring your lawn chairs or blankets. Concessions will be available.
That sounds so fun. My brother lives out there, and they do that. I mean, it's so fun for the kids. I love it that the parks always have fun things going on for families. Well, Sea Art is hosting a free art market. So if you're loving your art stuff, it's on Historic Commercial Street this Sunday from 11 to 4 at the C Street Market Pavilion. And they have 40 plus artist vendors and live art and some food truck vendors, Big Mamas and Blue Heron, and the newest Springfield art market on the north side. I didn't even know about this. How cool is that?
That's amazing.
I love art. And of course, Around the Ozarks wants to treat your father, your dad. If you like your dad, I hope most people like their dad. That came off really wrong, but I hope everybody likes their dad enough to enter and to win a 4-pack of tickets to the St. Louis Cardinals home game against the Chicago Cubs. I mean, who doesn't want to boo on the Cubs?
Right.
It's on July 13th. Thanks to our friends on 105.1 The Bull, your home radio or your radio home for the St. Louis Cardinals. And you'll get a $50 gift card to Habaneros, the little Mexican place. So go to aroundtheozarks.com and enter in yourself. And you can go with your dad.
Yeah. Or you could just take yourself.
But we're not going to promote it that way because we've been told to promote it a certain way.
That's right. Happy Father's Day.
Well, Joy, I'm so happy that you got to join me today. Give us a quick rundown of what's coming up at the Galois that you can talk about. I know you have some sneaky stuff you're planning that you can't talk about to the general public, but what can you share with us and the folks around the Ozarks that's coming up at the Galois?
Well, you can always go to galois.org and see our full schedule. We have something for everybody. We have Sato 48 Film Red Carpet Award Show this Saturday. Still tickets available. You could come experience that. We have a great rock show on Monday from Ashes to New with 4 other incredible bands. We always have our Wednesday matinee. The next one is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the big screen. Then that next one is Viva Las Vegas. So that's Greene and Christian County seniors 60 and over get a free movie, free popcorn and a beverage. Anyone else can come. It's just $5. That's pretty cheap for a movie.
Absolutely.
Good luck on Wednesday afternoons, and we're every other Wednesday basically. So yeah, we have all kinds of fun here. We have Ruby Lee, from The Voice. She's going to be here on the 7th.
Oh, cool.
Singing her country heart out. I can't wait.
Oh, so fun. I love the uniqueness and all the different variety of musicians that you bring and entertainment that you bring downtown. Thanks for everything that you do. And thank you again for joining me and co-hosting Around the Ozarks. I hope everybody out there watching, listening, has a wonderful and relaxing or entertaining weekend, however you want to make it. And I will be back here on Monday. So we'll see you then. Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. You are waking up on this Friday with rain chances in the Ozarks. Today is going to be the soggy one in the forecast, but temperatures, they're mild to start. Numbers hovering around 62 degrees as of 5 o'clock in the morning. I have widespread rain in the forecast today, and I think it really gets going by the time we get closer to the midday or afternoon hours. Widespread rain showers, low cloud cover. It's going to make our temperature stay down a bit today. And I only have a high temperature this afternoon in the low 70s, thanks to the lingering rain and cloud cover in the Ozarks. So it is kind of a soggy end to the work week forecast here. We've got some better news in the weekend forecast, but it's not going to be a washout every single day. However, I think we'll be dealing with a good amount of widespread showers and even a few thunderstorms as we head into your Friday. And that's going to carry over into Saturday as well. The weather picture across the country today looks very unsettled for the midsection here. We are talking about heavy downpours just to the west of the Ozarks. So far western counties west of I-49, places that got some of the heavier rainfall and the stronger storm activity late last night. Well, I think that's where we have the potential for the real issues with flash flooding today and tomorrow. But flooding will be a concern, really excessive rainfall for a widespread portion of the Ozarks through today, through Saturday. There could be a few spots that get 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. So we are talking about a risk of flooding as we head into the weekend. Now, just a key message here, widespread showers and thunderstorms are possible today into tomorrow. And I'm expecting that at least a half inch of rainfall falls everywhere. Now, localized places may get, as I mentioned, 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. And that could mean that elevated stream flows, it means flooding is possible. Ground is already saturated, as we know. So if you have outdoor plans for the weekend, just make sure you're kind of rethinking those. Make sure you have a backup plan if it includes the outdoors or any of our area waterways, because I think those will be affected again this weekend with some widespread rainfall. Then by Sunday, we start to see the drier weather move in. It will be muggy, though, in the Ozarks as we head into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So while Sunday is likely the better choice for outdoor activities because the rain will be gone, just keep in mind we are going to have some really muggy conditions, high heat index value as we move into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And I hold on to at least a small daily chance for some isolated thunderstorms. Even Sunday through the middle of next week, it looks a bit unsettled. Now, these are not the washout type storms like what we're going to have today on the radar with widespread rain. This activity Sunday through Wednesday of next week is actually going to be more isolated in nature, more of that summertime thunderstorm pop-up activity that we typically see. But that's when temperatures will get back into the 80s. So enjoy the slight cool down that we have for you today with highs lingering in the lower 70s. Around the country, of course, the active weather for the Midwest is making headlines today with thunderstorms, heavy rains, flash flooding, and severe weather that will be centered back to our west. Thankfully, well, flooding is an issue for us, but other forces of severe weather, not a huge concern in the forecast for the Ozarks either today or tomorrow. We've got a major heat wave, though, that continues for the Southwest and portions of South Texas, much of Florida hearing about the heat as well. They're going to be suffering through the summertime temperatures all the way through the weekend. So if you got any travel planning coming up, just know it's hot in South Florida. Cooler than average temperatures will then be with us as we move into the Plain States and a large portion of the eastern United States also getting in on some of those cooler conditions. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. This one, did you know it? Some presidential history for you. Here's the question that I left you with yesterday. Which U.S. president is the only president to have served as a national park ranger? The options that I gave you were A, Herbert Hoover, B, Jimmy Carter, C, Gerald Ford, or D, Theodore Roosevelt. Now, many of you might have been thrown by this one because we think of Teddy Roosevelt being a big advocate for the parks. However, the correct answer is actually C. It is President Gerald Ford. Of all the people who have served as president to date, only one has also served as a national park ranger. It can hardly be described as a lengthy public lands career, but according to the National Park Service, it's President Gerald Ford. He described his work as a seasonal ranger at Yellowstone National Park as, quote, one of the greatest summers of my life. Just a couple of months, but he would go on to become the nation's 38th president of the United States. He spent the summer of 1936 directing traffic, supervising the campgrounds, and greeting guests at the Canyon Hotel and Lodge. At the time of this work, he was 23 years old. He also enjoyed working on a truck that monitored and fed the park's beautiful bear population. So that is very interesting. He is the only president to be a national park ranger. C, Gerald Ford is the answer. Congrats if that was your guest. Here is your next chance to win $20 to Scooter's Coffee in the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia Challenge question. Who invented the metal detector? Do you think it was A, Alexander Graham Bell, B, Henry Ford, C, Nikola Tesla, or D, Garrett Morgan? You can submit your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. If you're heading out the door this morning, make sure you have the umbrella with you. You're going to want it today and tomorrow. I think showers are pretty widespread on the radar today. It's going to be a soggy, kind of dreary end to the work week, but temperatures will remain nice and cool. We will see that warm up back into the 80s by Sunday, and widespread rain still in the forecast on Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. I will chat with you again early next week. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you to our sponsors, Rescue Towing and Scooters Coffee. I'll catch you again on Monday.